Christmas is a time of year full of lies and deceit. Every Christmas movie ever made is spreading the same propaganda, the same lesson, that it's always better to give than to receive. What a load of baloney. That's just straight up horseradish. That's one of the biggest lies ever told, up there with the time I used to tell girls on Tinder that I was 5'10". So I'm just gonna tell you right now, in almost every situation, it is better to receive than to give. Case in point, today's video topic. I subscribed to Markiplier's OnlyFans, so I received some tasteful nudes from Markiplier, which is far better than had I given him my nudes. It probably would have ruined his Christmas. But I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too, because while I may have received these wonderful pictures, I'm going to give you all my review of them. I have a keen eye for quality when it comes to the human body. I'm one of the few owners on this planet of an ovipositor, which is an alien wiener that gives you little lubed eggs that you push through so that way when you put it inside yourself you can lay eggs deep within. There is few things when it comes to anatomy that I haven't seen. So there was nothing Markiplier could post that was going to shock me. So I'm coming in here and giving an objective review of each and every one of his pictures. Obviously I can't show them since it's paywalled content, but I can at least show you this one, which is his header, his profile pic banner. So this is the Markiplier OnlyFans page. It is an official page and all of the proceeds are going to the Cincinnati Children's Hospital, which is a great cause. Now let's take a peek at this bad boy here. So his header is just the standard classic paint me like one of your French girls pose. It's an iconic one, but it has a lot of pizzazz here. Mark's wearing a silk robe and he's using a wine bottle as a substitute for his penis and an erection. You can see it's pointing straight up to the sky, pointing to Jesus, letting him know that while he may have died for our sins, we can't stop sinning. What I find most impressive about this piece is that Markiplier was able to hide his 15-inch whopper behind that little ice bucket there. I have to imagine, and this may be breaking the magician's code, I have to imagine he used gaff tape to tape down the beast so that way it didn't get out of control and ruin the artistic shot here. But that's just a little game theory. So the first series of photos cost $3, and I gotta tell you, I got a lot of bang for my buck out of that. The first one was a boxing photo that looked like it was an AI-generated piece of art that was trying to improvise Markiplier naked. So it's got Mark's bare ass facing the camera, and he's got his gloves up. He's got his set thrown up, and he's ready to lay down the hammers. And he's fighting another Markiplier, but this one's got a black eye. He's also nude, and the boxing glove from the previous Markiplier clone is blocking his cock. It's a cool action shot that delivers a deeper message about how sometimes the person that beats us up the most, our worst enemy, is ourselves. So I really appreciate what he was trying to say with the piece while also still trying to stimulate arousal, but I will say it's not the most sexually engrossing piece I've seen, so this one's going to have to be a 6 out of 10 from me. Now the next photo I actually think is the strongest in the set. It's Markiplier naked in a forest chopping some wood, obviously for the fireplace in order to keep him and his family warm. He's also doing the classic bicep flex while finishing up the hard day as a lumberjack. It's a very strong piece that speaks to the bravado and machismo associated with woodcutting. And I would like to point something out. Markiplier's got some pepperonis, like those nipples mean business. His areolas are so full. It's like those were made for suckling, and they're on full display here, which is much appreciated. I do think that's going to be a 10 out of 10 piece, the strongest in the set by far. Now the final piece in the set of 3 of the Triforce of Power is Markiplier as a lifeguard, while Markiplier as a swimmer is getting attacked by a shark. They're both nude, both Markipliers are completely bare ass, but the Markiplier that's getting attacked by a shark has the shark biting through his cock and his ass, which is incredible. Like the street sharks showed no mercy on Markiplier today. And Lifeguard Markiplier, also nude, has the flotation device at the ready and it looks like a big penis. So it's a very interesting piece and it tells like an entire story about the dangers of swimming without the lifeguard nearby, or the dangers of having a lifeguard that's a little too preoccupied because he's already been bitten by the shark. So I actually think it's an interesting piece. It may not be the most sexually gratifying one, but it is a very thought-provoking one. It's going to be an 8 out of 10 for me there. Now we're moving on to his most recent drop, and the first one is him as a construction worker doing road work and holding up a sign that says, "Come." A very good piece, very in your face. There's no deeper message here. He's doing road work, him and Markiplier clone doing road work, both naked, and I just think this is like what it's all about. When you think Markiplier naked, you probably think of Markiplier doing road work naked, so he delivers on your expectations. He doesn't getting into any filler content. You know, it's just right there. It knows what it is. So I appreciate the bluntness of the piece. That's going to be a 9 out of 10 from me on the Naked Markiplier Road Worker. Now the next one I could write a whole thesis on. Markiplier truly outdid himself with the second in this set. It's Markiplier as a sports fan, but there's like 15 of them. He does the shadow clone jutsu and they're all fucking butt-ass naked. And they're all doing incredible celebratory poses. It's an overload of the senses. You don't know where to look. Your attention is drawn in all types of different directions. You got your eyes fucking splitting in different directions trying to process all the information. It's a sensory overload, but in the best possible way. Is the penis over there? Is the nutsack over there? Where's his ass? Oh my god, he's very excited. Did they just get a touchdown? You're just asking questions and you're satisfied the entire way. I think it's the strongest across both sets, so I'm just going to have to give this one a 10 out of 10. Like, the more I look at it, the more I learn. Now, moving on to the final piece, and by far the most avant-garde piece, it is Markiplier naked going through a portal, where you get caught in that, like, endless portal falling. So Markiplier's torso is reaching up and grabbing Markiplier's ankle, where his ass is above him. So he's looking up at his own asshole and grabbing it from down here from the other portal. It's a very interesting piece, and the visual effects are on par with like a Marvel TV show, honestly. It's pretty impressive stuff. But I will say, there's room for improvement. Maybe he could have been reaching up with 2 hands and spreading his legs like a goddamn Thanksgiving turkey. Like, I think there was more he could have done with the pose. But overall, a still very strong piece. I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. Now, he still has 1 drop left, and I'm hoping he goes whole hog and just lets it all hang out. So he, like, goatees himself. He's got his wiener flopping around everywhere. Like, it just becomes extreme. Instead of tasteful nudes, it becomes the least classy nudes ever made. It just is like a giant jump scare. But yeah, I just wanted to rate the current nudes out there before Drop 3 comes out, since there's a lot of hype surrounding it. And yeah, overall, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. I think it's a wonderful thing he's doing. He's doing it to raise money for charity. And I know when he made the OnlyFans, it was so popular that it like crashed the site for an hour, which is fucking nuts. So anyway, that's about it. See ya. Do you remember a few months ago when OnlyFans stated that they'd be banning porn and adult content on their platform because they want to shift away from the adult image and focus more on wholesome shit like cooking and sports and working out, skateboarding and all that. No more butt plugs and goatsy. They made it sound like they're trying to turn OnlyFans into Weenie Hut Jr., just make it the Disney Channel or whatever. Of course, only a few days after that announcement, which was basically just a suicide note, they reversed their decision, because obviously this would have completely destroyed the platform and sunk the entire company. But it got me thinking recently, how many of these creators are on OnlyFans? How many chefs, how many skateboarders, guitar players, fucking clarinet players exist on OnlyFans? So today I thought it'd be fun and get in the holiday spirit, and as we approach the new year, to go on OnlyFans and start looking and donating to OnlyFans creators doing different things that aren't just porn and adult content. Because according to OnlyFans, there's tons of them, dozens even, I guess. But I had to put it to the test. And as a man with a passion for science, I knew I had to experiment. So I called Matt over and we decided to peruse the platform looking for creators that were doing more than just porn, to just donate to them. And we'll be using Adam and Eve's money to do so. I'm tapping directly into their piggy bank. AdamandEve.com is the #1 spot to get any sex toy you could possibly imagine. Their catalog is basically endless. It's like the full library of Alexandria for every sex toy imaginable. So if you're interested at all, go to AdamandEve.com and use code DEFENSE for 50% off one item and free shipping to the US and Canada with some exclusions. That's code DEFENSE at AdamandEve.com for 50% off one item and free shipping to the US and Canada with some exclusions. Is to Onision. Because he had this cuckold 3D porn of himself, so he'd always make his cock a small carrot.
Oh my god.
And, like, anyone he was interested in was getting fucked by an evil version of himself. It was incredible. So I had...
So really some lore on his...
Yeah, he had, like, an entire extended universe to his cuckoldry. It was amazing. So that's why I made an OnlyFans account.
That's exciting.
Get them excited and positive starting the new year.
Right, everybody donates to Twitch streamers and all of that, but... And then you talk about the 0.1% on OnlyFans. We're here for the 99%. Somebody's got to be.
Yeah, everyone I see on Twitter is always like, I'm in the...
Sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Is that Monique making sure you're not on OnlyFans again?
Why are you on OnlyFans?
Every time I see a post on Twitter from an OnlyFans creator, it's like 0.1001% of
everybody's
OnlyFans.
in the top 0.01% somehow.
Yeah.
Now, how is the search function on OnlyFans?
I don't know.
Like, if you type in bread, will we find that creator?
Let's see. I think the video is going to boil down to just you and I looking at naked dudes together all day.
You're right. Fit, French, and fun.
And this is a free subscription.
Free. I guess we didn't think about this. How do you... Oh, you can tip, like, on comments, right? Like, if you
tip per post. You can tip per post. Like, Amaranth made $260,000 because she showed her titties and nipples.
Oh.
So people were individually tipping to see that.
Wow.
I think is how it works. Is this the bread you're looking at? Yeah, probably can't do this one. I didn't see any gaming. It's just a fucking dick.
Yeah. Where are the games, John?
You said nude games.
Oh god.
This is just
getting demonetized for sure.
This is just wiener everywhere, Johnny.
Wiener and ass. Congrats on turning 22, though.
Yeah, happy birthday.
The next one, Daniel says, sucking my straight frat bro's dick while he plays video games.
So for anyone that doesn't use OnlyFans, I'm going to bring you up to speed. It has the most archaic and most useless search functionality I've ever experienced. No matter what you type in, you will not find anything using their site. So we started by searching for bread because we both wanted to see that bread fetish where you squish bread. It's interesting, it's goofy, it's fun. So we were just looking for any of those creators on OnlyFans, and there definitely are a few because Matt had heard of them in the past, and by that I mean he probably subscribed to them at some point. But trying to search for them on OnlyFans itself is completely worthless. So if you go to like the posts and you search bread, it just brings up sponsored OnlyFans posts and has nothing to do with bread. So then we started to resort to using Twitter to find OnlyFans users, because on Twitter, everyone is promoting their OnlyFans at all times on every post ever made, no matter what the post is about. It could be about some like 15 follower account talking about their Thanksgiving meal with their family that they haven't seen in years, and the top 3 comments on that post are going to be from OnlyFans creators posting their links. So I thought it would be a good place to at least look for other OnlyFans creators, but that didn't work super well either. The only other place we could think to even find OnlyFans users is in YouTube comments, because there's nothing but bots down there promoting OnlyFans. But then it's just bots. Like, you don't actually get a real person. If you click that link, it's just a virus. So that doesn't work. So finding people on OnlyFans seems extremely difficult. Or at least finding people that you want to, based on vague topics like gaming. So we tried gaming after bread because we were looking for real gamers on the site. Maybe like some Let's Players on there, you know. Episode 254 of my slow play of Skyrim exclusive to OnlyFans. And we couldn't find any of it. We couldn't find a single gaming creator. All we found were what you just saw. Gaming adjacent things where it's porn plus games. So people with their dick erect and like a Nintendo 64 controller dangling from it, or people getting their cock sucked while playing a game. So not exactly as advertised by OnlyFans back when they were saying we have a lot more than just porn on the site. They even mentioned gaming specifically. They were like, yeah, we have a lot of gamers that use OnlyFans for their playthroughs and shit. You know, Twitch will soon be extinct once all of the streamers go to OnlyFans for their gaming. From everything we were able to see, and we looked a lot for gaming in particular, you don't really go there for, you know, a review of Cyberpunk 2077. You're not going on OnlyFans gaming category to actually watch games. The closest thing you'll find is someone holding a controller and getting gamer gunked in the face or something. This could be. These are absolutely not grandmothers, though. Well, that one is. That's Granny Fucks a Lot with a big load in her mouth. We tried to broaden the search terms, so I went with grandmother, thinking that it would be like wholesome grandmother content, like baking cookies or something. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. But then we found Granny Fucks a Lot, and she seemed like a sweetheart, and she was really on the grind. Most of the pictures, obviously I can't show, like almost every single one of them. A lot of it's like a lot of her spreading her pussy and like filled with cum and showing her butthole and all that. So clearly I can't show that on the video. But she's posting like every couple of days, so she's on that Sigma grind set, and we definitely thought this would be a good one for the first tip of the video. Not exactly what we were looking for, because like I said, we were trying to find what OnlyFans was saying with creators that aren't just doing adult content. Hers is very much so all adult content oriented and porn, but even still, it was hard not to appreciate her work. Okay, so we could do a nice clean 6-month sub. Or sorry, $6 sub.
No, I was like, I don't think we need 6 months. Wait, no. Shot at my Moto G7. Oh my god, she's on a fucking Razr flip phone doing this.
Yeah. Oh. Well, that's why we have to tip her, so that way she can
get a new phone.
Yeah, get like a smartphone for better quality.
See this in higher quality.
I just noticed I can't even show her profile pic. She's just got cum dripping out of her. Yeah, I'll just have to go like here down.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just see if there's anything else we can maybe tip on.
Down we go.
We'll tip on the waiting for her forever fuck, I think.
There, I think that's
I think this is sweet.
That's wholesome.
This is wholesome. It's got 10 likes as well.
How much does Granny Fox like it?
What do you think? Like $100
I think 100 is great.
Yeah, $100.
Message. Keep up the good work.
Happy holidays. Uber Dad.
Uber Dad. DJ Khaled and Fat Joe.
No.
My boy.
DJ Khaled and Fat Joe.
That's a wombo combo.
Can we do a custom wish for these two?
Oh my god.
Make a God Slap intro song.
Yeah.
Okay, there's got it. This is really hard.
Ridiculous.
We'll do recorder. Actually, better yet,
music.
Clarinet.
Clarinet, yes.
Fuck, it's $15 a month just to see if she plays music.
God.
Might just be spread butthole again.
Oh, no.
Here's my daily orgasm tracker.
Oh shit.
But maybe because the music's so good.
Right. It's like Squidward.
Man, people really do only do porn on here.
Yeah,
what were
what
they thinking when they banned it initially? There'd be no one left.
Literally nobody would be on this site anymore.
I can't find a single non-porn. The clarinet! Let's go!
It's worth $12.
$12, I'm coming!
Watch it bring you all the way back to the top.
It's gonna be her using the clarinet as like a butt plug or something.
Oh, I mean, that would get that's a $200
That's a $200 tip.
Oh, I brought you to the fucking top.
Oh, that's unlucky. There it is! Oh my...
Wait, scroll to the right. There might be some clothed. Or...
Anyone...
Is that too risque?
I don't know, it might be tue risque.
Why didn't she do a picture?
This was her first post.
Wait, actually?
This was her first post.
Oh my god.
I'll just censor here and here.
I was gonna say just show like the mouthpiece. It's censor everything but the mouthpiece.
Yeah. All right. This will be 200.
Really?
Well, we'll do 150. She's not putting in the same work Granny was, but at least there's a clarinet, which is what we searched for.
That is true.
It's her first post, too.
All right, so what word do I want to search? We need to support male OnlyFans.
I agree. Okay, it went through.
Congrats, Amanda. I hope you become the Lindsay Sterling of the clarinet.
Oh, she's on her way.
She is.
All right, what do you want, Matt? What do you want to see?
Ooh. I got some inspiration.
Lego. Oh my god, that's genius.
Joe Lego.
Joe Lego!
$20 to subscribe.
What?
A private collection of pleasure moments with various ladies. I'm so curious if this is going to be pictures of a Lego man having sex with Lego
I think it is. I don't know what this means. Badung mamang tidak, but yes, she has small tits, but she definitely made me horny to the max. You know what? I'm making the executive decision. We're checking out Joe Lego. These are real people.
What the fuck? Who is Joe Lego?
Man, yeah, can I cancel my Joe Lego subscription? How deceptive.
Tell Wells Fargo it was a fraudulent charge. They're like, oh, all of OnlyFans? No, just
Joe Lego.
Just the one that says Joe Lego?
Man, what the fuck?
Oh, God.
Alright, I made a mistake.
He got $20 off. Buy...
And spit on bread!
Oh.
This is it!
This is what we wanted!
She's got bread in her sandals!
Buy spit or foot bread from me. We can buy foot.
Why would I buy spitted bread? Like, spat on bread that's gonna be shipped.
3-minute giantess stomp video. Your wife finds out you've been spending all your money on feed models. So she pays a giantess $1,000 to stomp you to death. Oh, that's us!
That is us!
That's us.
Cream giver!
Oh god, my wife is sitting there so happy.
Oh yeah, it's an additional 10.
I got enough from the picture. I can already see how this plays out.
Oh, hold on. Keep in mind, this was a free one, so...
That's true. She deserves it.
This is us paying our entry fee.
Yep. Boy, I hope I don't get stepped on soon.
Oh!
It was so shocking. It came in so quickly.
Oh, and...
His feet are so dirty. Oh,
Help!
No.
Oh, no!
Wife, why would you do this to me?
Honey, the feet are dirty!
Also, if I'm addicted to feet and you're mad about it, why would you pay to have me killed by feet?
Yeah.
I feel like you're just perpetuating my problem.
I just get sitting right to foot fetish Valhalla.
Yeah, this is fine. Like, this is honestly probably... He went out doing what he loves.
I hope she does some cool moves, like a German suplex on him with her feet.
Brings out like a tech deck.
Oh! Oh!
So dirty.
Stop out an entire Lego village with sound. This time it's with sound.
And it's only $7.
This is cheaper.
Legos screaming for mercy.
Yeah, they are.
What do you...
That's not even a whole village. That's like a small town.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like they
don't even have a stoplight.
Yeah, they don't even have, like, anything. A sidewalk.
They've got a snack shack in a car.
Oh, Matt, you have to hear these screams. Oh, God. It's like when the nematodes go to the Krusty Krab.
One of them yelling, "Get in there!"
I think she just took like middle school, like a middle school soccer match, and the parents are cheering.
I think you're right.
All right, we'll send the tip on here.
All right.
This will be another. What do you think? We'll just keep amping it up a little bit. Well, actually, no, we paid as well just to see these. Yeah, so we'll do 150 again.
150 is the perfect amount.
Those Lego bastards deserved it.
True. Get in there!
Thank you for crushing them so mercilessly.
Thanks, dirty feet girl.
Is that how you spell? That's mercilessly, right?
Yeah, that looks great.
I'm questioning.
I'm sure OnlyFans has spell check, so you're good.
Actually, let's test that theory. It does.
It does. All right, there we go. You crushed it.
Well, yeah, it didn't turn up anything.
Yeah,
what would be something that only a guy on OnlyFans would do? Oh, I've got a risky one.
I'm excited.
Poop.
Oh, God.
Watch me fuck a lawnmower on my OnlyFans. No way.
Alright.
No way.
I don't think it's going to be here.
I don't either, but she linked it.
Further back.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Squirting all over the lawnmower.
That's why it's not popping up. Lawnmower. Wow.
Well, how does,
only $18
it's
to
an
unlock.
8-minute video? Okay, so how does she fuck? Alright, fine. How does she fuck a lawnmower?
Our job today is literally watching porn together.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's been a good day.
It's been a good day.
You know?
Well,
Oh.
that's cheating!
That's not.
She doesn't fuck a lawnmower, she puts a dildo on the lawnmower.
Jesus.
Oh man, that lawnmower's getting drenched.
Oh, God, why?
Yeah, I can tell you that is not what John Deere died for. I searched so many terms, both broad and specific, just looking for any creators that had ever made a post about those activities, lawnmower being one of them, and all of them turned up either no results or just pornography using those things in the background. Or in this case, they stuck a dildo on the lawnmower and fucked themselves with it and claimed it was the lawnmower that, you know, was fucking them. Semantics, it doesn't matter. Point is, OnlyFans fucking lied. There is nothing but porn on the site. There's some, like, big creators there, like the Fat Joe and DJ Khaled thing. But for, like, the average user that's not already a celebrity, it is only adult content. We couldn't find a single creator that wasn't doing adult-oriented content or just doing anything besides pictures and lewd posts. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want to make it clear. That is what OnlyFans is, has always been, and should focus on. But the fact that OnlyFans tried to come out and say that we're actually a lot more than just porn, I think is just outright wrong and deceptive, because It's not. And they need to upgrade their search functionality because it is genuinely fucking useless. We had to use a third-party search just to find any pages at all. So yeah, this didn't really work the way we had imagined. Even I thought there was more than just porn on there, but mainly because I was led to believe that from OnlyFans themselves constantly claiming it. We couldn't find any of it. I'm sure there are some that exist on there, but it's not easy to find, nor is it that popular. So yeah. That's about it. It was still a fun little experiment to put it to the test, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah. It was only a few days ago that the world looked on in shock and horror as OnlyFans announced it would be banning any sexually explicit content. Pornography would no longer be allowed on the platform. With tears in our eyes and a soft cock in our hands, we knew it was time to move on. And move on most people did. Thousands and thousands of people abandoned OnlyFans after the announcement of the pornography ban, and I think it was 5,000 new applications per hour were being submitted to competitors' websites like Fansly and shit like that. OnlyFans did the unthinkable. They put a shotgun in their ass and pulled the trigger. They committed suicide on the big stage. I think this will go down as one of the dumbest decisions any company has ever made in the history of shitty company decisions. OnlyFans will be talked about in the same sentence as Blockbuster and Tumblr. It was the most predictable outcome ever. If you ban the only thing people go to your site for, you're obviously not going to have those people go to your platform anymore. OnlyFans banning porn is like Steam banning video games. It's nonsensical and it kills it on the spot. There's just no universe where OnlyFans is able to pivot away from porn and become some kind of wholesome, family-friendly platform where old Meemaw's got an OnlyFans for her shuffleboard team for exclusive content. That's just not going to happen. No one's ever going to really use that as a main platform for cooking, sewing, sports and fitness like they were claiming it would be. Now maybe I'm wrong and in 5 years we can look back at this video and point and laugh at how stupid I was to say that, but I just can't imagine OnlyFans will ever be able to get rid of its identity as an adult platform. That is what it is built upon and that is what it has become. And now today, in the most predictable backpedal of all time, OnlyFans announced that they made a mistake and will no longer be banning sexually explicit content. Who could have seen that coming? Now, before I really spread apart those ass cheeks and dive into the big story, I just want to say, I was right. I fucking told you so. I'm gonna Gangnam Style on you real quick and wiggle my finger, letting you know I told you so. A lot of people said I was wrong and OnlyFans was never actually banning explicit content. They were only banning illegal porn, such as bestiality and incest and shit like that. But that's not the case. They did a blanket ban on all sexually explicit content. That was their plan, and they changed their acceptable use policy to reflect that. It seems no one actually read the acceptable use policy but me, so I want to share that with you now. Keep in mind this has changed, but when they announced porn would be banned, this is what they had in their policy. According to the new acceptable use terms, users would no longer be allowed to upload, post, or display content on OnlyFans that shows or promotes, advertises, or refers to sexually explicit conduct, which means no actual or simulated sexual intercourse, including genital to genital, oral to genital, anal to genital, or oral anal, between persons of any sex. No actual or simulated masturbation, any exhibition of the anus or genitals of any person which is extreme or offensive, or any actual or simulated material depicting bodily fluids commonly secreted during sex. They were doing a ban on actual pornography. It wasn't just illegal shit, it was any kind at all. Basically, with their new rules, had these gone through, it would have been only allowed to have solo images of you, just kind of like as an artful anatomical nude photo. That's about it. Like, let's say you were the Mona Lisa and your titties were out, that's fine. As long as those titties weren't honking milkers with a little bit of sweat on them or something, because that would fall under the bodily fluids and that would be banned. Or at the very least, it was vague enough that it would fall into that category. Same with depictions of the genitals that's extreme or offensive. Like, how do you even enforce that? The lines between the extreme and offensive would constantly be being blurred. Obviously, you'd have your outliers, like if 2 Girls, 1 Cup was on OnlyFans, that'd probably fall into the extreme category. But like if I just have a picture of my nutsack, I mean, that's kind of casual and playful, right? But I guess you could make an argument that it's extreme because it'd be like a close-up of my nutsack. But it's not like I'd be dipping it in candle wax or anything, so I don't know, it'd just be very vague, so everything that was sexually explicit could fall into any of these categories and get you banned. So yeah, just wanted to prove that it really was a full Weenie Hut Jr. mode they were going with OnlyFans. It was a complete gutting of the adult content on their platform. So all the people that were spreading the rumors about it only being illegal content, that is just blatantly wrong. Now, of course, all of this came from payment providers pressuring OnlyFans to clean it up, And today they announced that, well, there's no reason to even have payment providers if there's no one to pay. Everyone fucking left OnlyFans. OnlyFans basically ran into a movie theater shouting fire and then were surprised when everyone left. And now they're desperate, scratching at their neck, worried about how much money they've lost now. And they're just trying everything. Please, God, come back. We're going to allow porn. We want to see your butthole. We support you, sex workers. Please, we mean it. Just look at our tweet. I love that this tweet starts with thank you to everyone for making your voices heard. It almost makes it sound like they didn't expect this to happen. Like if someone's boss just walks in and fires the entire office, I think they would expect most of the office workers to be upset. If I go and slash a guy's tires, I would think he'd be mad at me. I don't know what the fuck OnlyFans expected here. We have secured assurances necessary to support our diverse creator community and have suspended the planned October 1st policy change. That was the porn ban. OnlyFans stands for inclusion, and we will continue to provide a home for all creators. That's a broken household right there. That's an abusive home right there. That's the kind of home you go to and dad comes home drunk and starts beating you up for your lunch money and then kicks you out. That is not a home I think many people want to be in anymore. Most people are only using it temporarily before they make the full switch to other platforms, and the ones that did go back are doing it in conjunction with the other platforms because they don't trust OnlyFans anymore. And for good reason. OnlyFans tried its best to jump off a bridge to kill itself, but then everyone tried their best to bring it back in. Like, it's horrible. It's a very untrustworthy platform. Out of nowhere, they decide they're going to ban the only thing their platform is used for, and then out of nowhere, they say, okay, actually, we're fine now. Like, how the fuck did you solve the problem? So they kept saying it's pressure from the banks. The banks are forcing this. We have to do this. There's nothing we can do. And now today, it's like, hey, actually, no, we're good. No, we're totally good. We can have porn back. Fuck it. You know what? Christmas has come early. We want to see you spread your pussy again. Bring it on back to OnlyFans, baby. So what changed? And how? They don't communicate any of this. They're not a very trustworthy platform, obviously. So it makes sense why most people don't want to go back to it. I really am curious how they solved this problem, because the way they talked about it made it sound like OnlyFans was truly defenseless against the banks. Which does make sense. Banks hold a lot of power. If you're not able to process payments on your platform, it's probably not going to last much longer. Like, what are they supposed to do? If someone signs up to someone's OnlyFans, they just put $5 into an envelope and mail it to OnlyFans HQ? So it's absolutely like a real problem if the banks were forcing OnlyFans to make these changes, but the way that they were able to immediately reverse it today sounds like they may not have been as strict as OnlyFans led them to believe. And keep in mind, OnlyFans really wanted some investors from everything I read, so who knows? I'm not going to put on the tinfoil condom here, you know, I'm not going to get into conspiracies. But I just wonder how they were able to strong-arm the banks so quickly into allowing porn back on the site. Really makes me wonder if it was ever necessary in the first place. Who knows, it also could have been a case of maybe the CEO was getting nostalgic. He was scrolling through all the creators on the platform. He saw big puffy nipples, massive areolas, titties, pussy, ass, cock, balls, everything. And he just started to get this sinking feeling in his stomach like, what have I done? This is all gonna vanish and it's because of me. You know, like that moment when they invented the nuke after the Manhattan Project and shit. Now I am become death. OnlyFans CEO had one of those moments. He's like, I can't do it. I'm not pulling the trigger. Revert it. We need it back. I don't care what the banks say. This is for me now, god damn it. It's a passion project. So then he just green lights porn back on here without the banks ever saying it's okay. Anything's possible. All I can say is this was the dumbest decision I've ever seen a company make. Right up there with Tumblr banning porn. But this one was even stupider because this is a porn platform banning porn. So yeah, just a really shitty decision, and it completely fucked their platform, and probably will continue to fuck their platform even though they've reversed it now. They've proven they're an untrustworthy site, and most people are pretty fed up with that. Just wanted to talk about this again because this story is continuing to be a wild and wacky ride. That's about it. See ya. For a few months now, there's been these rumors circulating online that OnlyFans was going to ban porn on their platform, but I don't think many people took that seriously or believed them. They were treated like flat earthers with this wild conspiracy because it's such a dumb, wild idea that it just seems impossible. OnlyFans banning pornography would be like skydiving schools banning parachutes. It just immediately kills the entire business. And kills people. People are literally going to be dying from overload of nut buildup in their sack because OnlyFans actually did it. They banned porn. Now, the rumors weren't 100% accurate, but they were pretty close. Today, OnlyFans came out and said that after October 1st, sexually explicit content will no longer be welcomed on their site. October 1st is right around the corner, so doomsday is approaching, the apocalypse is on its way. Perhaps this is what the Mayan calendar was trying to predict but got it wrong with 2012. Maybe this is what they meant. Armageddon is coming. Now, OnlyFans continued to elaborate a bit further, saying creators will continue to be allowed to post content containing nudity as long as it's consistent with our acceptable use policy. This is where I got a little confused. So they're confirming you can still have your titties out and maybe even goatseeing yourself in short videos, but you can no longer cross the threshold into sexually explicit content. But how do you distinguish what's what? Like, what is an artful ass spread versus a pornographic asshole spread? Is it gonna be like Key and Peele where they look for 3 pumps? If you pump 3 times, that's a fucking penalty and you're off OnlyFans? Or is it only if it's like multiple people and actually engaging in sexual activity? I couldn't really find anything that detailed what's going to separate those. So right now there's still a bit of confusion in the community, but this is a developing story. It is actually just 10 minutes old as of making this, so I imagine these questions will be answered at some point within the next week or so. But for now, I'm just left with my dick in my hand wondering what's next. The more I think about it, the more confused I get. Like, the deeper into the weeds I go, the more lost I become. So does it only mean, like, if multiple people are in an OnlyFans post, like if they're actually having sex, that's bannable. But if you're alone taking nude photos and videos, that's okay? Even if you're putting like a dildo in and out of your pussy and butthole and mouth? Is that not sexually explicit because you're alone doing that? And if so, where does that mean anytime there's multiple people in an OnlyFans post and they're naked, it is automatically bannable? Because there's a video where someone puts a golf ball into a girl's open gaping butthole. Is that bannable, or is that like more of like an artful athletic thing by OnlyFans definitions? Now, I don't know. It's just hard for me to really understand because they haven't clearly defined what is and is not going to be allowed. Now, one thing I've seen a few people and quite a few outlets mention is that OnlyFans isn't only about porn, and in fact, recently it's been focused on fitness, sports, gaming, music, and cooking. And I have to say, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you think OnlyFans is a platform that's mainly about shit like cooking, you need to be admitted to Arkham Asylum ASAP because you are clinically insane. OnlyFans is, if someone says I'm subscribed to Gordon Ramsay's OnlyFans, I'm not expecting to go on there and find recipes. I'm going on there hoping to see Gordon's wiener. Like, it's, no one hears OnlyFans and it's like, oh, in fact, my favorite athlete's on there. He was teaching me how to hit a baseball better. Oh, I need to go check in on Jose Canseco's OnlyFans so he can show me where Bigfoot's hiding. I understand there's other content on there that's not adult-oriented, but that is not the bulk of it. OnlyFans is mainly a platform that people recognize for its adult content. So all of these people that are delusionally stating absolute nonsense like OnlyFans isn't going to be hurt by this, in fact, it's only going to help them because adult content isn't the bulk of the platform. You're wrong. You're just absolutely wrong. OnlyFans is synonymous with pornography and sexually explicit content, and it has been for a long time now. I have absolutely no problem with OnlyFans, as I've said multiple times. I think it's actually a really healthy platform because it gives people their own power to create the content on their own and make money off it instead of having to rely on some kind of shady adult company that takes advantage of them or does some really fucking awful, sketchy things behind the scenes. They don't have to engage with that kind of company. They can take that power for themselves and do it through OnlyFans. At least they could until now. So yeah, obviously a lot of sex workers are now pretty upset about this because now it's back to going to these awful fucking companies as opposed to doing it themselves in a healthy, safe way on OnlyFans because that's been taken from them. Now apparently this decision came from pressure from banks on OnlyFans. I also understand OnlyFans was having a hard time getting like investors interested in the platform because it has porn on it. But I still don't, like, they don't need investors. They made, what, like fucking $5 billion last year? I already forgot the number, but they're making astronomical loads of money. I personally don't really get the decision to fold to this kind of pressure, but I also don't own OnlyFans. I just have a page on there with 0 followers and a couple of foot videos I made undercover. So I don't really have a huge horse in this race, but it is still baffling to me that a platform would do something so counterintuitive to its own success. It's like when Tumblr killed itself with its porn ban. OnlyFans saw the shit-covered path Tumblr went down and decided not only to go down the same path, but to fucking belly slide like a penguin down it with their mouth open just eating all this shit and do exactly what Tumblr did by banning the main thing people go to the platform for. Nobody really uses Tumblr anymore, and I imagine OnlyFans is going to take a big hit. I don't think this is going to kill OnlyFans immediately, but it's going to really start to bleed it out. There's a lot of room for competition now since this ban has come into place, And since they haven't fully pulled the trigger on getting rid of everything adult-oriented, they still allow nude photos and I guess nude videos as long as it's not pornographic or sexually explicit. I'm not really sure. Then I'm assuming they will still have some of their audience, but it's going to absolutely drive a lot of creators off the platform. There's no doubt about that. I do wonder how long they'll allow nudity on the platform for, since they seem to be going Weenie Hut Jr. route here and making it about cooking, sports, and fitness for some reason. I can't imagine that nudity will be welcomed on there too much longer, since they've already taken this huge first drastic step. So we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe OnlyFans really will pivot from a porn platform to a place to get just some wonderful Thanksgiving recipes. I'll have to maybe recommend some OnlyFans creators to my mom. Like, you know, who knows? Maybe that's what's right around the corner for the future of OnlyFans. But anyway, that's about it. See ya. I didn't want to have to make this video, but I think you all deserve some closure. You may remember about a month ago I released a deep dive video where we looked into the history of OnlyFans, and at the end of it, I revealed that I'd be going undercover as a foot fetish worker on OnlyFans to see if it truly is easy to succeed on OnlyFans without any kind of pre-existing platform. The idea was I was going to go on there without showing any identifying features other than my feet, and maybe like a cool artistic photo of my hair down my back in a bathtub and maybe my feet curled backwards. So basically the Mona Lisa of foot fetish content. Then I knew I'd need a catchy name that would be good for branding so I could get some sponsored deals, maybe like a McDonald's contract where I'd put french fries in between my toes on OnlyFans. So I don't want to tell exactly what I came up with because the experiment isn't completely done or anything, but it was something similar to Ashley's feet treat. Now, I will say this experiment has been a remarkable disaster. It has not gone at all like how I hoped. In fact, as of right now, it has 0 followers. Despite best efforts. I've been putting some fucking bangers on there. I filmed the video where I had like a little dildo that I had in the closet and I put it between my feet and I like twirled it around on my toes like I was doing pin tricks in class in high school. Like it was just, like I put a lot of work into some of that shit and I shaved my feet. So I was committed, and unfortunately the demand just hasn't met the supply yet. This shit is sadder than Game of Thrones Season 8, to be honest. Like, it is actually devastating. I thought there'd at least be like maybe 5 or 6 dudes that were like, well, Ashley's doing some cool shit with her feet there. $5. No such luck so far. I've tried the Twitter promotional stuff where you go on like every tweet ever and just promote your OnlyFans. That's also not working out super well either. These metatarsals just weren't meant for glory, it seems. I'm not going to show the account or give away too much about it so that way people find it, because that would defeat the entire purpose of the experiment, but it's pretty much dead in the water. I know it's not just me, Jackson has also lost faith in the project. I think so far what we can learn about this is that it's really not that easy to go from nothing to OnlyFans success overnight, and especially choosing something niche like feet may have been a bad call on our part, because it seems like for foot fetishes to thrive on OnlyFans, they had to have gotten popular elsewhere. So coming in raw, no rubber with feet, with no pre-existing platform to guide to OnlyFans has truly been difficult, and I guess we underestimated just how hard it would be. Now, like I said, it's not totally over, but I figured I'd at least give an update since I'm asked about it a decent bit. It's not going swimmingly. I have been in the laboratory, though, trying to brainstorm viral videos to help promote the OnlyFans in order to help it pop off. But I couldn't think of any viral foot fetish videos, as surprising as that is to hear. Closest thing I could think of was the time that guy fucked the McChicken, and that was going all around the internet, but I don't know if that would really even help the foot fetish OnlyFans, and I don't know if I'd really want to stick my cock in a McChicken. And then I also remembered there was the guy that fucked a turkey, like a Thanksgiving turkey, not like a live one. He stuck his dick into the turkey at Thanksgiving. That one seems also like something I wouldn't really want to do, nor do I think it would help with the foot fetish OnlyFans. So I haven't thought of a good viral video for it yet, but if you do see some mysterious feet float around Twitter doing something crazy, like, I don't know, defusing a bomb, just know there might be a genius on the other end of that video camera there that came up with that idea. So yeah, that's just a little update for you. The OnlyFans experiment has not gone well. But who knows? Any day now, it could just pick up steam and, you know, really get wild. That's about it. See ya. The word fan has been around for a long time, deriving from the Latin phrase fanaticus, which means insane but divinely inspired. Nowadays, fan more or less refers to someone that is insane but divinely annoying. Today's topic for the deep dive is OnlyFans, an extremely popular website on the internet that I'm sure most of you have heard of and even more of you are probably signed up to. In the pandemic, when it first hit over the course of 2020, it grew by 42%, going from something you'd see occasionally on Twitter to something you see on pretty much every single person's timeline. But how did OnlyFans have this meteoric rise? So let's start at the beginning here, the Big Bang. What is OnlyFans? OnlyFans is a porn platform for the most part where you can form a parasocial relationship to your favorite porn star. You get to directly interact with women or men on the internet who post videos and pictures for money. You sign up for a subscription fee. For example, I'm signed up for Onision's OnlyFans for a cool $5 a month and I get to have these beautiful 3D drawings of him getting cucked. I get that content because I paid for it, and I can also reach out to him and talk to him directly through the platform. So you get the benefit of having the porn as well as the ability to communicate directly with the person behind it. It's beautiful for people with mental illness as well as people that really just want a way of getting more porn in their life for a pretty cheap and affordable price. Of course, I'm only joking around. I've said this many times. I think there's nothing wrong with having or subscribing to an OnlyFans, but of course there are some deranged lunatics that misuse such power. OnlyFans started in 2016 by a man named Tim Stokely, the pioneer of pleasure, the Earl of erections. Tim Stokely, a then 33-year-old man, was keenly aware of the fact that normal porn just wasn't enough for people anymore, as he himself would constantly frequent very dark subreddits where women were selling very odd sexual fetishes, and he just realized that it needed to be more. So he came up with the idea for OnlyFans to kind of fill that void. OnlyFans wasn't Tim's first idea for a website. He first tried in 2011 with a site called Glam Worship. He's basically a professional pervert. Glam Worship was a website where it was focused on fetish-based entertainment, but it never really took off. But it started to kind of sow the seeds in his brain of where he wanted to take his content. So he tried again 2 years later with something called Customs for You, which was a website where you could pay adult performers to do any action as long as they agreed to the terms. So this is something similar to what we've talked about on the podcast, where there's a website where you can pay a woman to shit on things for you if you pay her for it and she's comfortable shitting on it.
No, have you seen that one? There was a woman who made a decent bit of living.
Twinkies?
No, she made a decent bit of living. She would sell poop and like literally just her poop, and then she would bake cupcakes with her poop in them.
That's kind of what his idea was, but before that website existed. Customs for You also wasn't that successful, but it's really laid the groundwork and the foundation for what would later become OnlyFans. This all may sound sinful to you at the moment, but I don't want to portray Tim as something that he's not. Tim is actually a pretty wholesome family man. You see, he started Cams for You with his father. And I couldn't imagine a more feel-good story, just a father and son venture where they're both profiting off of the sale of videos of women stepping on old fruit. I think there's nothing more American than that. After this evolved over time for a bit, Tim soon started to notice the trend of adult entertainers using platforms like Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat to promote the sale of more lewd pictures. So he wanted to create a platform to cater to that and really capitalize on that trend because they didn't really have anywhere to host those, which is where OnlyFans comes into play.
And now it's time to talk about Magic Spoon, a cereal I think more people should be aware of. Most cereals out there are mainly just giant bowls of sugar. They're not very good for you, they're just extremely sugary and not healthy. Magic Spoon is not one of those cereals at all. There are 0 grams of sugar in Magic Spoon. And I know what you're thinking, well, it must be added sugar then, Charlie. No, 0 grams of added sugar as well, you idiot. And it still tastes absolutely amazing. Also has 14 grams of protein, which means it's like a giant protein bar cereal, as well as only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, and 140 calories. It is actually incredible for pretty much any diet you're on, or if you just care about your general health and like overall, it is just perfect for it. It's extremely good. It's extremely good for you. I actually just had 2 bowls of this for lunch and finished off the box before this, so then I had to break out the new one and figured might as well show it on camera. It's just a really good cereal. That's something that you don't have to feel guilty about eating. Popular flavors include cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. My favorite's the fruity one. I think this one's absolutely a banger. So if you're interested in trying Magic Spoon for yourself, you can click the link in the description below or use code MOIST for $5 off. Go to magicspoon.com/moist to save $5. So just click the link in the description below or just use code MOIST for $5 off. magicspoon.com/moist. That's it.
2016 OnlyFans was up and roaring, doing pretty well, erections flying across the nation. It was really a very good start, doing up to $5 million in revenue within its first year. And then in 2018, it was bought by none other than Leonid Ravinsky, the owner of My Free Cams, and an incredible name. That sounds like the name of a guy who has a porn empire. Leonid Ravinsky snatched up OnlyFans and was able to accelerate its growth, doing up to $35 million in revenue, and really getting it cemented as a staple for porn consumption because there's a lot more of a human element to it. With other porn empires and platforms, you don't get that personal connection you do with something like OnlyFans, and Leonid was capitalizing off of it. It hasn't been all sunshine and unicorns for OnlyFans. They've been hit by their fair share of controversies. Many users have reported that their accounts have been shut down for no reason, without due process, no justice, losing their accounts for nothing, and losing the funds that are tied up in there. So they got robbed. This man fucking robbed horny people, no dignity whatsoever. And on top of that, news outlets became aware of the fact that underage individuals were signing up for the platform, which isn't good. That's pretty bad stuff. In response to that, OnlyFans implemented new safeguards in order to protect this and stop this from happening, meaning you'd have to sign up with a valid driver's license. In order to combat underage people signing up, you'd have to provide valid identification to prove that you were 18 years or older. Ravinsky's parent company, MFCXY, whatever the fuck that stands for, has also been investigated previously for $768 million worth of suspicious transfers, along with claims of underage individuals using the services. And that's a really awful fucking parent company name, fucking MFCXY. I thought it was My Chemical Romance abbreviation for a minute.
It's almost like it stands for My Free Cams.
Well, what is this? No, it's CXY.
That's the
Yeah, MFC.
MFC XY. Oh yeah, that makes more. Well, the XY makes no sense, right? Yeah. It's Ravinsky, you fucked up. It's a dumb name. Sell the company. All of this, of course, means nothing because in 2020, with the coronavirus pandemic in full effect and everyone confined to their homes, locked in their own personal prisons in hell, many people found themselves creating OnlyFans accounts as well as signing up for OnlyFans accounts to support them and get some more porn in their life because they had so much time to jerk off and go wild. This includes celebrities too. Bella Thorne made a big OnlyFans, which was of course a big deal because it was basically getting no nudes and mainly just Instagram pictures, which a lot of people were mad about, for an extremely high price. The guy from Baby Driver apparently showed his cock on OnlyFans. I didn't research that one too deeply, but I'm assuming that's probably real. Nikado Avocado's got one of the best values for OnlyFans you can find. I see his OnlyFans pictures come on my Twitter timeline all the time for free, and he's throwing his legs over his head and spreading his butthole. Like, you get some quality content for your OnlyFans buck. And in 2020, this was just exploding. They're now over $1 billion in revenue, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down at all. More and more people in your life are probably creating an OnlyFans account. You should absolutely ask your parents or your siblings, because I'm sure they have one or at least signed up to someone at this point. It is absolutely massive and continuing to grow. OnlyFans has passed Patreon in revenue, and I'm sure OnlyFans at some point will pass Google in revenue at this pace.
The sub's going down.
No, that's fine. Let it ride. We can do this.
Captain.
Can we have like a screen shake effect where the sub's like fucking going wild? Pass Google in revenue at this pace. No, that's fine.
I don't know if I can actually hear
nothing's happening.
So I think it makes sense now for me to hop on this OnlyFans trend and see how successful I can become by going undercover. I will be making an OnlyFans account and we're gonna check in and see how that's doing, which will be in this video, but you'll see the results, but I don't know them yet. I'm not gonna show any identifying features of myself. I'm going to try and portray a foot fetish provider as a female foot fetish worker. I don't know the correct nomenclature, but I'm gonna focus on feet. I'm going to shave them so that way they look like feminine feet, and I'll probably take some back shots as well with my hair down and maybe like arms crossed. You'll see the results. I think we'll do pretty well. Deepfakes are evolving incredibly fast. I'm sure most of you are familiar with what deepfakes are, but in a nutshell, it's basically taking someone else's face and putting it on someone else's body, but it's not as amateurish as Photoshop. This is as convincing as it gets. It uses machine learning techniques, and it's really hard to discern what's real and what's fake because it also uses audio as well. It can do both. And in a world where people don't really look into the things that they see online, just take it all at face value, shit's about to get really confusing. Right now it's mainly used for porn, taking people's favorite actors and actresses and putting them in porn scenes to just kind of jerk off to that fantasy. And it's really impressive how far this is coming along. I still remember when deepfakes were in their infancy, like still level 1, fucking tutorial level shit, not really convincing. People would send me deepfaked porn of me in the scenes, and it wasn't very professional at the time. I could clearly tell it was fake. You know, I'd wiggle my finger, hey, wait a minute, that's definitely not me. I never did anything like that. It doesn't even look real, because the light didn't reflect off me in the right way. And also the actress that they plastered my face on, you could kind of see the outline of where I was thrown on. So I looked like a Halloween mask, and she was trick-or-treating for penis instead of candy this year. It just didn't really feel like genuine. I don't think anyone would be convinced that it was me doing that. However, now that same underground community that keeps deep-faking me onto porn sends me shit these days, and I'm like, damn, when the fuck did I do this, huh? Was I drunk or something? I have to really like second-guess myself sometimes when I get sent this shit. But at least now, if I ever do get into porn and I don't want to really admit it, I have a really good scapegoat. I could just say, hey, shit's deep faked. We've seen it a million times. That ain't me. I'll wear like baby oil on one of my cheeks so the light really gets reflected off it hard in a real scene. But I'll be like, hey, look at it. It's artifacting right over there. Look at the cheek. That makes no sense. My skin doesn't do that. It's nice to have like this fallback in case you ever do some fucked up shit. You just say it's deep faked, I guess. But it's really scary what can happen with deepfakes. It could get really confusing and really messy quickly for a lot of people. But until then, let's make fun of some really goofy deepfakes. I got sent one in an email the other day, and I thought it was the cutest goddamn thing. Someone deepfaked Keanu Reeves' face onto my body during one of the videos I made where I was showing my dogs a cutout. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. In fact, everyone in my life and on the internet thinks that I look like Keanu Reeves, but personally, I don't see it. I think I look more like Zayn Malik of One Direction, mixed with a little bit of Brad Pitt with a hint of The Rock thrown in there. I don't see the connection between my appearance and Keanu Reeves, but even still, I take it as a compliment. But anyway, I have this cardboard cutout, and the dogs, my dogs Kata and Tetra, freaked the fuck out. They were terrified of Keanu Reeves. Kata even pissed immediately out of fear. There are good deepfakes and there are bad deepfakes. What we're looking at here is a great deepfake. I look like someone just entered the big head mode cheat on 007 GoldenEye for the N64. I look like an Oblivion creator character that's glitching out. The shadows for some reason are so strong here, it looks like Keanu Reeves has been dragged across mud on the ground and now his face is all swollen. He looks like the blueberry girl from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory moments before she exploded. This is like the Doodle Bob version of me. This is the sleep paralysis demon that the real Keanu Reeves sees at the edge of his bed. This just looks like an unholy fusion of me and the Babadook. My face looks like it's been poorly cel-shaded in a Telltales game. Now obviously this here as an example isn't exactly the top limit of what deep faking can do. It's just a fun little goofy one that I'm sure he threw together pretty quickly. So I'd like to thank Mr. Baconman17 for this deep fake. It's pretty fucking cool, I guess. Anyone's welcome to deep fake me and shit if they want. Maybe I'll like deep fake review occasionally or some shit like that. Because I find the whole thing extremely interesting. We're on the cutting edge of incredibly futuristic sci-fi technology. Pretty soon with this kind of technology, we could quite literally have Abraham Lincoln acting beside Marilyn Monroe in a new Terminator movie. An entire movie made completely with AI technology like this and have it convincing as if Abraham Lincoln was really acting with Marilyn Monroe. The possibilities with this technology are unbelievable, but they're also extremely scary. But until it gets scary, I love looking at these fucking goofy deepfakes, so that's about it. So yeah. No. I don't know why so many people think I'm going to TwitchCon this year. I've been inundated with emails asking me if I'm going. I'm not going to TwitchCon. I don't stream on Twitch. I don't use Twitch. I don't even like Twitch. I don't like the way it's run as a company. I don't like the favoritism and the selective enforcement of their rules. I don't have any respect for the micro-dicked mod team over there. I don't use it as a campsite. I just watch porn like any civilized 21st century man would do. I'm not a fucking caveman who needs strip teases and softcore porn on Twitch. I don't use it as background noise. I'd rather listen to a 10-hour compilation of people farting into their microphone than listen to half the streamers over there. I just really don't like Twitch. I don't know why so many people think I was going. The thought never even crossed my mind. I don't know when TwitchCon is, but I'm guessing it's just around the corner based on how many emails I'm getting asking if I'm going. I'm not. I don't know who's perpetuated this rumor that I'll be attending. Maybe it's Twitch themselves. Hey guys, look, this guy's going. This guy's not going. I've never been to a single convention, let alone going to one that I don't even like. It'd be like if Alexander Graham Bell went to a Minecraft convention. It just wouldn't make any sense. The mathematics don't add up. And yes, I am comparing myself to Alexander Graham Bell. He invented some useless shit, whereas I invented coconut kalimba art, baby. Brace for Teriyaki Boys theme. You're welcome for the free concert. Yeah, I won't be attending TwitchCon this year, though. I make it no secret that I'm not a huge fan of Twitch, or really any fan of Twitch. Not even a man who would hear the name Twitch and be like, well, maybe. There's no maybe. I don't like Twitch. I really don't. Not in its current form. I don't know if people are asking me as a joke, knowing I'm not a fan of Twitch and I don't use the platform. You know, like, oh, ho, ho, are you going to TwitchCon? Oh, ho, ho, nope. I'm not going to TwitchCon. I do not like Twitch with a vest. I do not like Twitch with a nest. I do not like Twitch eggs and breast. I wouldn't even go there as a joke. I wouldn't go there just to use their shitters if I had to pee-pee really bad because I've been holding it in for 3 hours. I'd rather just let my urethra explode. Now, if you do like Twitch, I don't hate you for it. I don't think you have bad taste either. And I think you might have a lot of fun at TwitchCon. I don't know exactly what goes on there besides cheating on your wife, but I think you would probably have a good time if you're a fan of the platform. I'm not. Thus, I probably wouldn't have a good time. And I don't even use the platform, so I don't know why the fuck I would even go. But, I mean, another thing that would prevent me from going, I'm terrified of flying. I'm really afraid of flying. I would have a hard time getting on a plane to save my grandmother if she got kidnapped by King Cobra and taken to Michigan. That's only a 2-hour flight from here. Do you really think I'd even toy with the notion of getting on a plane for butt-fucking useless TwitchCon? Get out of town. But yeah, you know, I hope I've cleared up the confusion that's been plaguing the internet the last couple of days on whether or not I'll be attending TwitchCon. No, I will not be.